Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is November 22nd, 2024, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see. Let's maximize this quarterly chart. Boom. Resize this and zoom in a little bit here. On this quarterly chart, we can see that the Russell is approaching its all-time high. We're still trading just below that. We ain't got above most of the headwind, all this red stuff in the supply that was actually keeping this market down for a long time. We are above a yearly R2 on the Russell, so we got to kind of like wait and see what's going to actually happen here in this last quarter. Will we make all-time highs, or is the Russell going to give us a breakout, fake out, to bend back to the downside? So be very careful trading the Russell, but the Russell has been giving us some great trading, intraday type trading. All right, let's go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, let me zoom in here. The thing is, as we can see, based on this election, we have had another big month. But the Russell does this. So again, we're kind of used to this on the Russell, having these big months here, since this thing has come back above this 9-10 moving average and looking very bullish at this time. And like on this month here, we are already above an R2 level. And as we can see from before, the Russell does like running up to an R3 level. No, an R2 level. This is above an R1 level, running up to an R2 level. And if it actually reaches that R2 level, we will make all-time highs. And I said, well, we just got to wait and see what happens. But right now, we are trading above a 9-10 moving average, so we are still very bullish. And also just kind of like a wait and see thing, you know. So let's go ahead and go down to this weekly chart and see what we see here. And on this weekly chart, this is that big supply back here that we can see that we were kind of like, it came up there the first few times. The first time that it actually came up there during the election week, a few weeks ago, and I think that was that election week. After that, it did sell off, just kind of like almost like what you would expect. The shorts, let me zoom in here now a little bit more. The shorts that would get short at that time, as soon as it got up here at this level, you play it back to the downside. As you can see, it didn't really drop as far maybe as we expected to drop, but it did pull back at least halfway to this thing right here. And that's where it stopped. It just only went a little bit below that level, and we're back up trying to fight these highs again. And that's kind of like what I'm kind of expecting here on this Russell. So again, and it goes back to the other thing that I had said about the Russell. Once this had happened here, this market was ready to start flying to the upside, and so far it has. It has been a steady, slow move for the Russell, especially once we broke that level there, and see now we have done our retest of this level with this week right here, coming back down here, and now heading back to the upside. Now I do kind of expect, we got over 30 days to make all-time highs. So I'm kind of expecting that the Russell can actually make all-time highs by the end of the year. So I'm looking to see if that actually happens and all. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily chart and see the daily noise and show you some of that stuff that's happening there on this daily chart. Zoom in here. We did get the big gap up, and we did get a nice, first of all, we did get a nice gap here to the upside. The Russell kind of hung out up here in this area here for a couple of days, then gave us that breakout, fake out, and then a nice pull back to the downside and all. So that was the play back to the downside again, selling this thing whenever it gets high and all, which it may reach again, and we got to see if it's going to actually break out this time once it gets back up here at this level and all, which is charging to do right now. But the other thing that we need to be looking out for is what happened here. We had this bullish pattern. I'm kind of looking at this whole bullish engulfing here and all. It's this these two candles here, these two candles right here, that's a big bullish like looking pattern. I remember the other day we was trading and all, and I was saying, yes, let's get long. Let's get long like right now. And yes, if you want to hold this thing all the way back up to here somewhere, you can. And all. But me, I'm usually intraday. I don't want to take any overnight risks. Again, when I'm trading, when I'm some of the day trading stuff that I actually do, that I'm doing now and all. So again, I'm in and out and just watching this thing right now going higher. Not expecting a slowdown until we get to this level right here. And once we get there, we need to be careful. And we've had, this week was a good week. Now we got to see what's going to happen next week. Come next week, I do kind of see us opening, above pivot. This is our pivot right here. So we will be opening somewhere above this area and here. According, as long as no major event or nothing happened this weekend. So I see us actually going higher and making a new high come maybe next week or the week after that. With Thanksgiving coming up, being a holiday week, usually volume is kind of low. Sometimes the market will drift up during that low volume and that can help us get that new high. I don't know about all-time highs, but definitely a new high. That's what I see. And that's pretty much all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.